All right, Hero Comics here. This is Hero Comics transgender hate mail, homosexual hate mail, atheist hate mail. Basically, me reaction to a bunch of screencasts on YouTube and DeviantArt. In response to comments, I made against deviant lifestyles and a few other things. Trigger warning. You don't like what I'm saying, go ahead, click off the video and go watch something else. Do not lie, say there's hate speech about videos, because there is no hate speech about videos. It's speech you hate. That's the story. Let's continue on with people getting these wrong. These comment sections and me trying to turn them out with versus the basic biology, and then getting ticked off about that. And also, it's important to get vaccinated so you can help stop the spread of germs. Basically, there are still lots of germs out there, including some COVID stuff that is still you need vaccinations for. And if you get sick with those, after you get vaccinated, it helps you fight them. Helps your body fight them better. So it's really good to do. Lately, I've been checking out a lot of different things going on. Oh boy, say it not say for fan art, but lately I've been checking out a lot of things going on. Amelia, UK's UK government made a um, propaganda piece, propaganda game, uh, trying to say, don't be extreme. This immigration stuff isn't so bad, but then you have, but of course it is, and then you have the bad guy being a cute goth girl with purple hair, Amelia, saying, I don't like that these immigrants are coming in here. We gotta stop them. So, it's like, yeah, and people are like, yes, we do. They basically tried to show the wrong message. It was great. It was amazing. Lots of things are going on. A lot of people talking about it. A lot of memes and AI things are happening. It's so good to see just so many things happening there. It's so great. But yeah, I'll talk about that later because I got some hate mail on that coming up. Comments on that coming up. Yeah, so you'll see those. And also, not safe for work fan art. Let's see what's going on. Not safe for work fan art. We have Summer Smith. Yeah, Summer Smith. Yes. Then a dude doing doggy style. Summer Smith after getting impregnated. Very nice, very nice. Yeah. Yeah, lots of sperm, definitely. Flowing out of her. Very nice. Summer Smith showing off her beautiful body while getting impregnated. Yes. So more than one dude. Summer Smith by herself. lots of stuff online with Summer from Rick and Morty. She is freaking cute. Summer Smith. So many different things. Like Summer Smith getting penis in the wrong hole, the A hole, not the JJ. Yeah, Summer Smith in a nice little workout outfit. Shows her off real nice. Oh yes, we'll download that. So try and download the pictures that are not naked. Because that'll be a nice thing. Download that image. But yeah, download it. Yes. She's looking so good in in those gym shorts. Yes, very nice. Sometimes AI gets it right. Sarah Smith, after a satisfying time of getting pregnant, yep, as well. Very nice. Smith by herself, enjoying some special alone time in front of a waterfall. They can just do whatever they want with it. They can, yeah. That's really cool. Oh my gosh, she is so hot. Oh my gosh, so fierce, so wonderful. Now I'm used to hers. Anyway, let's get on with our hate mail. Shoot, should have grabbed it first. All right, I'll be right back when I get more hate mail. All right, found the hate mail. The comment there. Let's continue on here. The girl trying to justify her lifestyle here. What she's saying. Um, Let me get it. I'm looking and acting like looking and acting like I like how I look and act like. Yes, but the problem is, what she's doing is she's saying I have to disguise myself as a man, so I can act the way I want to act. So no one will be like, "Hey, that's weird. Why are you, a woman, acting like that?" She's afraid of what they think, which is yeah, you shouldn't be doing that. That's how that goes. That's a huge issue that she has. She and all other people trying to transition have to deal with. Everyone has to deal with this. People are hating on you because of how you don't fit in the stereotype. You basically say, yeah, go ahead and hate on me. That's the way it is. It's reality right here. Which is highly separate from gender, because I say it is, like, no, that fact is not. No, gender is identity. Biological sex is not identity. They try to say, "Oh no, I can't be who I want to be unless I look the way I am." That's wrong. Let's continue on here. She says, let me clarify. Sex is the genetic and sometimes physical aspect, definitely physical aspect. Sexes include male, female, and intersex, meaning it's going to be overlap, but it's important to talk about it. Meaning deformed male or deformed female gender. How you identify. So identity. You're calling gender identity. That's what identity is. Presentation. Dang it. There's a guy in the picture covering up the thing. Fantasies. They're all completely separate and independent because of lies I was told. Typically, sex, gender, and presentation all align, although some cases they don't because they're totally different things. Biological sex is physical. Gender identity is mental. Presentation can be used to be like, yeah, I'm going to try to hide what biological sex I am, or I'm going to not hide what biological sex I am, Presentation, that's what presentation is. It is what you choose to look like. To present to other people. And I say, actually, they are not. Sex is what biology you are. Words like man and woman are used to describe what biological sex you are. Your identity should be separate from that, but you should not lie about your biological sex. Instead of saying that you are a man, you should say that you like certain things and don't like certain things. That would be telling the truth. Yeah. Before he's not a man. First of all, testicles is not a woman. So how that goes. The issue, the criteria. Charlie Kirk probably was asking, "What is a woman?" And I gotta do a parody of that. Castlevania is asking what a man is. What is a man? I gotta do it. Continue on. I gotta do that stuff. That'd be easy. Yeah. With the art count back on. Working again. I could do it. Let's see what's going on over here. That's what let's use it. Are we telling the truth? Stephen, John Oliver, hanging out in picture. God help them all. Let's go. And then girl says, why don't we just normalize trans people? Because that's wrong. Lying's wrong. It's not like biological sex. If we weren't so cis-normative, because that's normal, because that's how it's actually supposed to be, you wouldn't have to repeat the same point over and over instead of making new other ones. Because, the truth is, basically taking me off. You say, you keep saying, telling the truth, which destroys all my lies. The simple truth destroys all my complicated lies. That's what it does. That's what it does. It destroys my lies. So you keep saying it over and over again. Like, I keep saying, I'm not a woman because I don't act like a woman. But you're like, that's not what a woman is. Women are people born with wombs. Born with a womb. So, obviously, I'm a woman to you. That doesn't work. Men were born with testicles. You can tell him the truth, and I'm trying to say, no, stop telling the truth. Like, nope, I can't even tell you. Next. And girl says, so basically everyone deserves rights except for the people that don't understand. No equality for them. No, that's the issue. And I say, no, when you lie about your biological sex, you're violating your own rights. You're giving your false information to everyone around you. So how can they trust you? Lying should never be normal. It shouldn't. That's the issue. Lying should never be normal. It shouldn't. Because you're trying to cover something up and trying to be like that. As long as they don't see this, it's all good. And that's like wrong. So here we go on YouTube again. And someone said, and I say to somebody, true, it's also believing lies. So someone said, dysphoria is more than fear. And I'm like, yeah, so I say, true, it's also believing lies. And you can say no to it like any other fear and choose not to do what it wants you to do, just like healing with an eating disorder. And then someone says, I see you're ableist too. And someone says, an eating disorder is not easy to overcome. So here guys, stop using an exclamation point and mark in every effing sentence. No. Is that it? Didn't use the exclamation point at all. You didn't use any mark at all. That's right. And I say, an eating disorder is not easy to overcome, but it is possible, just like dysphoria. Also, exclamation points are good for talking about important things like this. A declarative statement. A temperature to plummet. Dang it. Weather forecasting. Sorry, 25. 25 and sunny. With snow. Thankfully, I'm prepared. I got plenty of. I'm wearing 2 layers on, two shirts, and 2 long john, like thermals, and a pair of pants. I have my thick socks on, and I'll have my snow boots on. They're water resistant. That'll be awesome to have. So I'll see you guys next time. Check me out on YouTube and DeviantArt.